Got a little situation here where the commode sets up higher on the flange and it won't let it sit down on the floor to where I have a rock and roll commode. The flange, which is on there now, sits up about 1/4 of an inch, which is way more than I would like to have to shim it. So I'm going to put a new lower profile flange on there like this. This will set down flat on that ceramic tile and will allow that commode to sit closer to the ceramic tile, so I won't have to shim it quite as much. So we're going to replace that and I'm going to show you how we do it. Okay, there you have it. That is what we're going to replace. And as you can see, it sits up off a good, I don't know, 1/2 inch up off the tile, and that won't let it set, the bowl set down on the ceramic, so that you end up with that rock and roll in motion. Okay, this is what we're going to replace it with. It's got a narrow flange, and it'll sit down directly on the ceramic tile. Now what I got to do is I've got to cut out that existing flange and put this new one in there. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. I'm going to take all that wax and that old ring off of there and see if we can't replace that. The original flange was broken and was apparently replaced with this metal ring that went around the flange because the thing that holds it in place had broken away and wasn't able to hold the commode down. So apparently they replaced it with a metal ring, and that let it sit up even higher. So we're going to have to cut that out, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. I'm going to take a jam saw and we're going to cut that out and replace it with the lower profile flange. One thing that you want to do, make sure that you do before you start on this, cutting this out, is you want to put a rag, stuff a rag down there so you don't drop any of the residue down inside your drain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a series of cuts along here with the jam saw. I'm not going to cut too deep. I'm just going to cut to the edge so that I can chip it out, make several cuts. There, that chipped right out. And now you just have to go all around it and do the same thing to the rest of it. So you can see it chips right out of there. And we're going to have to make a few more cuts around here to get this other side as well, because they glued it in there good. So I had to turn the blade over to get to the other side easily enough. By the way, I am wearing eye protection for this. I really suggest it because those chips fly everywhere. All the critters down in there. Won't be there for long. That broke right away. Yeah, see, that stuff is flying everywhere. One more. And we gotta finish cleaning it up. Yeah, that looks like we got it. And one little tiny piece holding on right there. Whoop. Well, I'm glad I had them glasses on. So, I will clean this up good and get right back to you. Okay, there it is. I've got all of the old flange out of there, and now I'm going to take the new flange and I'm going to do a dry fit first, just to make sure it goes in there good. And it does. And this ring happens to rotate, and of course this is the metal ring too, so it's not as likely to break as the other one was. So we're going to take that off. And we're going to take some pipe cleaner and some epoxy, and not epoxy, but PVC glue, and glue that in there. Okay, so I have my purple pipe cleaner, which we're going to coat the inside of the receptacle here. And it just allows it to meld to the receptacle. Just cleans it. And we're going to put a liberal amount on there. Nice and purple. Okay. Set that aside. And we'll take the clear PVC cement, and we'll put a liberal amount in there. I really don't know why you have to glue this in, because this is not under pressure, but that's the way they do it, so we're going to do it that way. And this sets up pretty fast, so once you get it on there and put it in place, it's not going to budge. So anyway, okay, so that is what we're going to do. Now we have to put the commode back on there, line this up and put the commode back on there, and we'll be good to go. Well, there you go. There's no rocking chair anymore. It's sitting flat on the ceramic tile. That low profile flange really helped. And if you've got that same kind of a problem, or a rocking commode, it may be that your flange is holding your toilet up off the floor. So anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hope this helped you guys out.